Hey, what up, what up? We're back again for another review, and today we're going to look at American Fiction. So this cast was stacked, man. Like, it was a lot of people in here. So we had Jeffrey Wright, who's the lead, Tracy Ellis Ross, Eric Alexander, John Ortiz. Who else was in there? Issa Rae was in there, Sterling K. Brown. Like, the cast was stacked, man. So the movie is about a writer who is kind of at a point in his career where he's not necessarily selling any books the way that he wants to, and he ends up kind of going to this kind of book fair thing, and he comes across another writer played by Issa Rae, and he kind of listens in on her session and kind of what she writes, and it gets him thinking like this can't be real, you know. So his books aren't selling, so he kind of takes on this moniker and writes a book that's so outlandish, but it he kind of plays up the stereotypes of blacks in America and the things that we kind of go through. So he kind of plays up the stereotypes, and the book ends up being like a bestseller, and he can't believe it. So he's kind of going through this thing, and he's kind of questioning kind of everything, and he has to take on this this whole image that he's kind of portrayed as this writer who it kind of came out of prison and wrote this book, and it's outlandish, and it becomes a bestseller, and it's definitely in a lot of ways kind of speaking on a lot of things that sometimes the general public wants to see from African Americans or blacks in terms of entertainment and things like that. It's a really deep movie with a lot of meaning. Um, Touch on a lot of things. Like I said, the cast is great. Um, it was one of those films where you just gotta sit back and you're like, wow, like I can see this playing out in music a lot of times, um, films a lot of times. To get it from this standpoint, from a writer standpoint who writes novels and things like that, it really touched home. Like I could definitely resonate with it. You know, as a writer, I tend to want to do things that's um, different. That's different, but you never know what the audience will gravitate to. It's kind of like that type of thing. So you got to be mindful on one hand as far as the audience and things like that. So yeah, this was a great movie, man. This was a great movie. It's one of those ones where it's I classify it as an award-winning type movie. Um, really dope cast. The cast killed it. The writing was great. It was clever, and I really enjoyed it. So if you get a chance to check out American Fiction, check it out.